Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a video on the upcoming summer breeding event. Now, I already mentioned this upcoming summer breeding event in my previous sneak peek video, but I wanted to make a video specifically on it just to help you guys out. Whoever didn't watch that video, whoever just wanted to know more about this event, I'm going to let you guys know what monsters are going to be available, how to get the monsters, which monsters you should go for, all of that good stuff. And so the first thing I want to say is that all this information is extracted from taringa.net. There'll be a link in the description, and I also want to say that this information is not 100% guaranteed. For all we know, something can change in the last minute. A breeding combination might change, so don't hold everything as if it's 100%, but most likely these are going to be the combinations. And so with that being said, you can get 6 pretty amazing monsters. You can get Razul, who has been available in multiple events, so maybe this can be your chance to rank up Razul to the next stage. You can also get Captain Copperbeard, and I'm amazed they're actually giving him out because he's a really good monster. And then you can also get the Warrior, another monster I'm surprised they're giving out, considering I think he was a premier monster. And in order to breed this monster, it's really simple. And then Haxter will also be breedable. Once again, I'm really shocked that Hackster, one of the most amazing monsters in the whole entire game, he's super fast and he can bypass possession, he's going to be available. And for epics, there's the Ganth and there's Avas, 2 really good epics. And so anyways, as for breeding Razul, you need Vampirium and you need Fognar. I imagine a lot of people probably won't have Vampirium though. And as for getting Fognar, he's quite expensive. He costs around 23k coins to get in this current Eldritch Maze event. So I don't know whether by the time this event comes out, you'll actually be able to get Fognar, so he might be out of the league of many people. Next up is Copperbeard, whose combination is Cabinfish, who I imagine a lot of players have, and Lamuna, who a lot of players may not have. So this may be out of reach for some people, but not for many. And then we have the Warrior, who can be made by breeding Lamu and Goldfield. Both of these monsters are actually breedable. Lamu can actually be bred by breeding Erfam and Galante, so if you have these 2 monsters, you might as well start breeding them to get Lamu so that you can breed the Warrior. And Erfam can simply be bred by breeding a nature monster with a magic monster. I would personally recommend Treezard and Genie. And then as for breeding Goldfield, Goldfield requires Erfam and Drop Elemental, so you should really try to prioritize getting Erfam first. And as for breeding Drop Elemental, well, that one is pretty simple too. All you need to do is breed a water monster with a magic monster, so I would recommend the common monsters, Merrsnake and Genie. And as you can see, all these combinations, there's over 691 different combinations. That's because for most epic monsters, all you need to do is breed their 2 elements. So for Drop Elemental, it's magic and water, whereas for Erfam, it's magic and nature. And so anyways, if you get started right now on breeding Goldfield and Lamu, you'll have a chance to get the Warrior. So I think that's pretty generous on Social Point's part. Hopefully they do keep this breeding combination, that way everyone has a fair chance to get them. If they end up changing it, then oh well. And next up we have Haxter, who can be bred by breeding Yiltra and Vanitas. Now, I don't know how many people actually have Vanitas. He was quite hard to get in the previous events. And as for Yiltra, it's another monster that is quite expensive in this event, although not as expensive as other monsters. So if you want to try to get Haxter and you have Vanitas, I highly recommend you prioritize getting Yiltra right away. The total for getting Yiltra is around 15k coins without a discount. So once again, if you do have Vanitas, definitely go for Yiltra to try to get Haxter. He's definitely worth trying to breed so you can get multiples of him and rank him up. As for the epic monsters, you have a chance to breed the Ganth. You need Postigarf and Drop Elemental. So if you don't have any of those other legendary monsters, you can easily get Postigarf in the event and you can breed Drop Elemental, so you can get a chance to get a rank up the Ganth. And then there's also Avast, who's an incredible epic monster in my opinion. You know Fucus, who's in the current event. You might already have a Fucus from previous events, and you just need to breed a Fucus with a Razfish, who's another really simple to get epic. And like I said about previous epics, all you need to do is breed the 2 elements together, so Dark and Water should be the common versions of these 2 elements. But one cool thing about Razfish is that there's also this glitch with them. If you breed 2 monsters that include the water element, so you could probably just do a Merrsnake and a Merrsnake, you also have a chance to get Razfish, so you could potentially try doing that. I've personally never done it, so maybe someone can verify this works, but it is on the wiki, so you could try it. And if anything, like the wiki suggests, maybe you can just do some uncommon monster, some rare monster, some epic monster that's dark in water, and then breed it with a common Merrsnake. And according to the wiki, you have a 30% chance to get Razfish, and it's only going to take about 9 hours and 20 minutes. So if you're in the market for an Avas, definitely try to get Razfish, and then try to get Ophiuchus from this event if you don't already have him. Getting Ophiuchus costs around 10k coins in this event. And so it's very hard to say who specifically you should go to because everyone has a different situation, everyone has different circumstances. Assuming you had the chance to breed all of these monsters, I would personally recommend getting Hackster first, followed by Copperbeard, followed by Razul, followed by the Warrior, followed by Avast, and lastly the Ganth. And that's just my personal opinion on how I would prioritize the monsters. Honestly though, if I could, I would just get Hackster out of all of these monsters. Maybe I'd try to go for one Warrior just because I don't have them already. But definitely my top 3 choices are Hackster, Copperbeard, and Razul. As for whether or not the Joker monster will be used, you know, Violet, Galante, Galante Jr., personally I don't think they're going to be used that much. If anything, they'll be used for the epic monsters, specifically to replace the breedable monsters like Drop Elemental, Razfish. And they might even potentially replace Goldfield, so maybe it'll be Lao Mu with one of the breeding jokers in order to get the warrior. But as for Roswell, Copperbeard, and Haxor, I really don't see social point in replacing any of those two monsters with one of the jokers. Like Vanitas was pretty hard to get, Lamuna was pretty hard to get for some people, and Vampirium was definitely really hard to get for some people. So I don't see them being replaced, and I definitely don't see the current monsters in the event being replaced by a Joker, and so that's just my personal thought on the Jokers. I could be completely wrong, maybe they will use a substitute for everyone, but it's not likely in my opinion. And so once again, with that being said, that is going to conclude this video. Hopefully someone starts seeing a monster they can potentially get and you start getting ready for it. Start saving your gold to activate your breeding guardian, start saving some gems if you want to try spending gems, and just seriously start getting yourself ready. We don't know when this event is going to happen, but we do know it's going to happen soon. With that being said, I'm Ermysenigma, and like always, remember to dream big and pursue your passions.